Hi, hello. My name is Michelle Hollis, and I am the CEO of VisionBoard Music and Vision for the Soul. Let me get a little closer. I just wanted to talk to you today about just the spirit of joy and hope and the beauty of seeing the inauguration today and seeing the many faces of America, from women to women of color, to white men, to children, to old people, to the social distancing that was taken with respect for all the people that were lost. As someone who has lost a very dear family member to me and does not take lightly the gravity of this pandemic that is clearly not like anything else, it was great to have people in leadership that actually respect something other than their own self-interest. Just from the jump. Who knows to say what policies, what evil, sinister situation is cooking up? But let me tell you something about what it means to me being a Black woman. Because not one person out here, unless you're me, can tell me how I experience this situation and how I experience life as an entrepreneur. Let me put my pen down before I stab myself. How I experience life as an entrepreneur in America, especially being a Black woman, especially being someone who has a voice and believes in herself. And also being someone who used to suffer from addiction and had really quieted my voice a lot, and had made some poor decisions, and coming out of that into this stepping into a new public role is scary, and I know that there's not any one person that's a leader that doesn't have dualities. It's a fallacy to think and expect that anyone's perfect. So that's more the reason what baffled me about not so much Trump, our former president, but more just the people that just would not hold him high enough to keep it real with him. That was the saddest part of it all. But I digress, because that's not what I'm here to talk about. But it does segue into my joy, because it appears as if we're going to have at least a government that allows people to do their job, to give people, whoever is in that position and whatever responsibility, the leaders, to actually give them the opportunity to do what they specialize in and to do it well and to get paid well for it and to lead and excel in that area. No, there's no company on earth that if they spent the amount of time firing people if they don't agree with the CEO and having to replace them, think of how much that has costed us. Being a business owner, you can't deny that is part of a heavy cost that we've paid. So I invite everyone, no matter what side of the aisle that you were on, to look at the reality of the situation and say, great, maybe some really positive things will get done now that there's people that can actually work an entire 4 years in order to accomplish it. That's just a little obvious. That's just economics 101, I would imagine. So I'm really surprised that all of these things are just getting passed over by a certain group of people. But that brings me to my point. And to me as a business owner, now we here at VisionBoard Music believe that every voice gets to be heard and every purpose fulfilled. And it makes me and brings me so much joy to see today, to hear my mom clap and be so excited. You don't know the stuff she's been through in her life, and that's for another conversation, but I shouldn't have to explain it to you. Anyone with the brain understands what this country has been through and is not going to pretend like it never happened. So for me as a Black woman, yes, having a woman, partially Black and partially another minority, Southern Asian, as our representative for the vice presidency is absolutely wonderful, and it's empowering to me. It makes me feel so excited and so happy and so inspired that now, because I understand psychology, I understand the brain. You and anyone that has half a one, I want to say, but I'll go. That's not where I'm trying to go there. But anyone really that understands the power of a visual and what that does to people and how it makes people think about what it is that they're seeing or what it is they're encountering and how it puts into our mind. They call it TV programming for a reason. Seeing a stage, a presentation by people of different nationalities, colors, knowing that the White House is not going to just be a White House, knowing that it's going to have a diverse representation in different areas of the government is this the bomb, man. And unless you're a person of color, I know a lot of my white counterparts and my homies, and my friends understand it. You know what I mean? But if you don't understand the power of it, then I'm going to say like Biden, and you must not be black. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking. But look, I like to have fun and that's part of my personality. But the severity of what I'm saying is important because I need you to understand what it means to me to see that. I can't speak for every black person. Of course, not every black person's happy today. Of course, not every black person is Republican. You know what I mean? Is Democratic and is enjoy. A lot of them are scared too. I don't know how it's any more scary today than it ever has been in America. But this is the global situation of being a human being is just scary in general. And really, there's the planet crisis. There's so much to be worried about. Honestly, water. Are we gonna have water to drink forever? Like, who is running America is truly a fragment of our concerns. You know what I mean? And so we get to, as citizens and as human beings, we get to change that. We get to participate however we can. We don't get to go in the corner and hide and cry. The reason that the guard shifted is because people didn't just go in the corner and hide and cry. I admit to say that for the past few years, I've been in hiding. I've been doing shadow work. I've been working in the deep, dark parts of myself to really understand what in the world I'm doing here and how to best, who am I and what can I bring to the table? I'm grateful to say that I'm beginning to understand that and wanting to know more, much more. And I don't need to know what's in the dark anymore. I don't need to prove myself in those ways. I understand what I'm in alignment with, and I seek to be in alignment, and that's joy and peace and happiness for all people and all beings on earth. And I'll say that every day. I have no problem with it. But if somebody is disrespectful, I'm going to call them out on it. And if it's at the point where there's not a conversation to be had, I don't have the energy to communicate. You know what I mean? We'll just crispy cut off and keep it moving, because the good energy, the high vibe, we just need to get together and continue to high vibe and pull everybody up with us. You know what I mean? There's no sense in communicating and getting sucked into a useless conversation, because the truth is that it's our choice. It's our choice how we're going to feel. It's our choice what timeline, what story that we're going to align with. That gets to be our choice. So, and it gets to be their choice. It gets to be anyone else's choice that chooses to see things the way that they choose. That's the beauty of life, free will. So seeing Kamala Harris as vice president, I didn't really think I would be as emotional as I have been today, but I have been. You know what I mean? Being that the first biracial black president, Obama, the first lady's name was Michelle. I wore my little presidential vibe ensemble here today just to, give the respect of today what it's due. And that is that seeing a colorful representation of America, people respecting the global crisis that everyone else on earth understands is real, except our entitled, wacky way of thinking, but it's good. I'm glad all those things were revealed, because when you can see clearly your obstacles, then all you got to do is just work around them, baby. So anyways, I just want to come from a place of authenticity as a Black woman, as a new business owner, and just say that, seeing that really, I know that the minds of people will be much more open and understanding and respectful to me, and actually consider that I know what I'm talking about, and that I actually have resolutions and solutions that can really transform their businesses and transform their lives. Because every time that we can see people in the spotlight that are making a difference, it helps to change the perception of who I be to you, and that may be a harsh pill to swallow, but in a lot of ways, a lot of people, no matter what side of the aisle they're on, even subconsciously don't realize that it's harder for them to trust a Black woman, until we've already done everything to show and prove. But we're going to switch that around, and we're just going to say, I'm going to show and prove because I get to do that. And because I enjoy doing that. Not to be like in your face or whatever, but just more, I love solving problems. I'm a solution-centered, solution-based individual. And VisionBoard Music is all about resolving issues. We're all about putting things together in harmony. We're all about the beauty of life. We're not colorblind. We're not deaf, but we actually like to bring the sounds together. We like to bring the beauty of life, the colors together into a tapestry that each gets to be represented individually, but come together to create something new. That's the way that VisionBoard Music works. It's just like a poster board. If you put everything on there that you want to come to fruition, and then when you see it start to manifest itself in life, what a beautiful unfolding it is. That's our spirit. An excellent letter and spirit. So thank you so much for your time. If you listen, I hope that it helped to understand as a Black woman how and why this day really means a lot to me as I move forward in building a business and spreading a good message out there. And I hope that you decide today, no matter who you are, that you want to join and get with the program of a movement, because that's what's happening. But we're going to make that movement a fun one, because why not? We're not going back to the way things were. We're moving forward, and we're doing it better, and we're doing it with more fun, more ease, and more joy as we enjoy this universe that we live in. So peace, God bless you, and I wish you the best. Have an incredible day, and you'll hear from me soon. Peace, God bless America. VisionBoard Music, where we be in harmony.